three girls event that comes up next. And this event, the record is set by Natasha Morrison, outstanding competitor from Red Rock in her time 24.81 seconds in 2007. And the first heat of four, where the winner plus the next four best times are the ones that will make that final come tomorrow. In heat one, it features Natalee Edwards from St. Mary's College, RAYANN Kelly from Robert Lightbourne runs out of lane 2, Karma Brown from Fair Prospect in 3, Shayana Thomas from Morant in 5. In lane 6, that's Dehjanae Stevens from St. Mary Technical. In lane 7, Shanieka Livermore from Oracabessa. And in lane 8, Waynique Brown from Tacky High School. Clean break for the start as they move out. And it's Livermore from Oracabessa that's doing another running. So it was Stevens from St. Mary Technical seem to have this one covered. She looks strong, she looks the best of all as they turn for one. It's all about Dehjanae Stevens from St. Mary Technical that is pouring away from midfield. She looks strong, she looks powerful, and she will win this by some distance. That's Stevens from St. Mary Technical, 26 rather, 0.9. We are with official time, that's a flash time there for your winner, but there's no doubt that this young ladies want to watch Dehjanae Stevens from St. Mary Technical. The scoreboard seems to be producing some fine sprinters these days, and she seems to be one of them. Dehjanae Stevens, your winner for the first heat in the Class 3 girls 200 meters. Official time comes out at 25.83 for Stevens. Second is Thomas 28.38. Third, Edwards 29.37 into a minus 3.2 meters per second. Elwing, and that's some straight running there in that kind of way. E2 is now on track, which should feature in Kira Ferguson for Iona High School. Chanel Culturist of Fair Prospect in 4. We didn't get anyone from Robert Lightbourne in 5. Rolling Grant of Morant in 6. O'Neill Russell from Port Antonio in 7. And Chanel White from Titchfield, round out of lane 8. So there's a very good start there. This is the E2 for the Class 3 girls, 200 meters. So the final call for the Class 2 boys, 200 long jump competitors. Class 2 boys, long jump competitors. This is your final call. Report to the call room now. Thanks. And they're all for the second time of asking, and it is Grant from Morant that looks good. So too White from Titchfield says White on the outside, and Grant on the inside is a battle between Morant and Titchfield. On the inside it is Grant from Morant, but on the outside White is ensuring that she holds this one, and she starts now to pull away from the rest of the field. It's all about Chanel White from Titchfield running out of lane 8. Will win this one by some distance, coming across the line in 26.77. That's your flash time for Chanel White of Titchfield, ahead of Willie Grant from Morant. Challenged her mid-race, but it's all about White. 26.80 into a minus 5.1 meters per second. In second is Grant, 28.77, and Russell finishes third in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30.01 seconds, that is the time for Russell from Port Antonio there. Amoya Taylor from Port Antonio, Rashana Grant from St. Mary, Rashana Levy from Mermount, Chelsea Chisholm from Tacky, and Jada Grant from St. Mary Technical runs in this, the third heat on track. And a clean break there for the start. Let's look to the inside. It's Johnson from St. Mary High that starts best of all. And she moves past Gordon from Morant. So it's all about Johnson from St. Mary High on the inside. But look closely to our competitors, Gordon and so too. So now Gordon from Morant steals a march on this one and will win it by fine distance coming from behind. She motors to the line and win this one 27.23. That's your flash time for Levy rather. That should be Levy from Morant. Levy, Oshana Levy from Morant ahead of Grant from St. Mary's. So 27.28, the winning time for Levy into a minus 5.1 meters per second. Grant second 28.30. The final heat in the class 3 girls is now on track. Renisha Green from Oberlin in 4, Alika Gordon from Morant in 5, Tarnish Johnson from St. Mary High in 6, Shalon Maitland from Oracabessa in 7, and Waynique Scott from Titchfield in lane 8. So last and final is in the class 3 girls, and already Johnson from St. Mary gets out of the block quickest of all, and she now looks to be in the lead. It's Johnson from St. Mary High that is taking this one by storm. On the inside it is Scott from Titchfield, but it's all about Tony Johnson from St. Mary High that's going to win this one. She looks strong, she looks the fastest, and she demonstrated it from the start. And we'll come back to the line as your winner, 26.88 the flash time for Johnson from St. Mary, just ahead of Waynique Scott from Titchfield. So Johnson of St. Mary running into a minus 4.5 meters per second. Edwin comes across the line in 26.93 as the official time. Scott 27.56 for second. And third, it's Green 29.33. It's Green from Oberlin. So that wraps up the class 3 girls, 200 meters. And we now turn our attention to the class 2 girls.